Hey everybody, Jake here with our third and final video for the Thanksgiving blog post this week. And essentially, as we've mentioned in previous videos, what we're doing is kind of comparing the charts from last week's analysis and seeing how the chart is formed and what went right, what went wrong, and how the chart looks going into the last part of 2018. So what we had last week was this main support area acting as support. And what we had was a very strong bounce here and which was triggered. We did have an alert here. We reset the alert to make it fresh again and make sure it's because after essentially when we have an alert, it will either expire from an amount of time, or if it hits a certain amount of times within a certain period, it will expire as well. So long story short, it did expire after it alerted, so then we made a new one. And what we also did was we added this trend line right here, which created this falling wedge formation that is currently still in effect. Price action is really getting tight and kind of coiling, if you will, at the apex of the wedge here. And what's different about this chart from other charts, such as the SPY and QQQ charts that we looked at, was the fact that the MACD did not really cross here. We had a previous cross before, but what happened was the MACD crossed and then actually started to move up again, unlike the SPY and QQQ. So the charts are a little different, and that's kind of expected sometimes. There's different sectors moving different ways, but what's interesting here is the RSI and the percent range are still moving up pretty strong, and we are getting very close to breaking out of this wedge on the daily. On the weekly candle, we can see that we actually did not break through last week's low. So that's something to keep in mind. We did bounce really hard after bottoming out right around 74.50. And now we have this hammer kind of forming. Now, what's important to know is we still have another day left in the trading week, so on Friday. So this still has time to form. This candle has not completely closed. So we could easily go back and test this area below. We'll just have to see what happens on the on Friday's half day and see if we do get another hammer here, or we get continuation down towards the trend line below. So all in all, we've got a very strong falling wedge on the short term, a very big and kind of wide price channel on the long term, with the price testing this area below for the third time now, actually fourth time. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and now 4 times. The question is, will this area hold, or will we break down through this area into the end of the year? We'll just have to see. Please follow us to see how the chart evolves over time, and we will have updates going into December. Thanks so much, and have a happy Thanksgiving.